hearts and paper flowers.
Okay, we've made a helmet hair thing for Narumi. What? That's what it is. Harry, you slide it on. Of course, it's hard to get through all these curls. And of course, if you see that... Sorry. If you see you miss anything right now before you glue it on, like, especially when it's really close to the face like that, before gluing it, you may want to get rid of that, and I'm going to. So, slide that back on, because I want to see what it looks like. Probably shouldn't do this so many times. I'm getting stuck, too. Yep, looks good. Summon the demon army.
Isn't that what Minakata does? No, it's the Celestial Army, not exactly the Demon Army. Unless you're
Well,
reading the Japanese.
Mirakasa's technically dead. Spoilers, but hey, you probably played full of the first game, right? Oh, you put glue on the top of the head. Slide it back in. There we go. Make sure all of his curls are up. I guess this would be good to do with like a needle or a toothpick if you had it. He has a lot of curls. Okay. Yay! Head's done. Hair's on it. It kind of looks like Narumi now, even though it needs a body. Okay, I did the arms earlier, as I said. Annotation. When I did the arms, there's a bit of... It was a bit long for this flap here. That's what scissors are for. Longer is better than shorter. In this case. I'm gonna put the arms on before I put the head on. Now, the seam is pointing towards the back. So this is this arm. You can kind of see where the arm goes on this one.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to crush the body because it's technically hollow. That design that I got this body from, like, a good deal of everything's hollow. It's a paper doll, everything's hollow ultimately, but I mean, it doesn't have all structures on every side.
Not saying that you should do this, but it'd be kind of awesome if somebody has seen a hollow paper doll.
Yeah, if it had actually the hole all the way through.
Yeah, that'd be kind of neat. Although...
Wouldn't you like to have a paper Grand Fister too?
No.
No, I don't like Grand Fister. No one. That's kind of the point. I know, it's kind of like Grand Fister dies because Ichigo's father kills him.
That was a bit
It's a bit anticlimactic.
Yeah, that was a bit kind of like... What? You mean Ichigo doesn't get to... Of course, that's not
Who gets comforting?
Yeah, it's not as anticlimactic as the whole Ichigo versus Sasuke Aizen.
Oh, you mean like do 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 do.
Yeah,
let's talk about game deaths. The game over screen in Devil Summoner, Rider Kuzunoha versus anybody, because the game over screen doesn't change. Those old farts are kind of strict, aren't they?
Harsh is more like it.
Yeah, strict hearts. You have because what they do is they kill you, right? But then they like send your soul wandering, or maybe even destroy it.
Yeah.
So even in death, you know no peace as a Kuzunoha.
All because you failed. Once.
Yeah.
There's like...
Speaking of failing, there's that sequence in Raida Kuzunoha versus King Abaddon. Where you pass out after fighting that bad luck demon. The one that's kind of hot for you. I don't know what to call it. Anyway, the sequence where you pass out from that and Goto is calling you. I'm like, how was I supposed to win against it? It was kind of WTF, and that you wind up at the agency after all is said and done with the masked you.
Yeah.
I was kind of thinking, didn't everyone think Philemon, if you knew who Philemon was at the time? Because I was kind of thinking, it reminds you of Philemon in a way. But he's not Philemon. I actually think that because of the round appearance, and he says he is called by those names, his name is like Lord Shinado, right?
Yeah, Lord Shinado.
Anyway, because he says that's one of his names, that he is also the entity or deity of Mist that we see in Persona 4.
Amano Sagiri.
Yeah, Amano Sagiri. Because he blinds people to what they want to see. Some of the things, the form is very similar. And, yes, I'm gluing on the head now, I'm sorry. No, not explain this. I'm going to need a bit more glue. Anyway, the form is similar and the role is similar in some ways.
Well then...
And also he said he was going to come back. It's just a fear doubt. Theories can be disproven. It's okay to be wrong, right?
Yeah. And that's like, he's a giant flapping eye. Well, not flapping, but...
Yeah, there's a line in Grandia 2 Strategy Guide that's, crikey, it's a giant flapping eyeball. That was just so funny. In the Strategy Guide. Sometimes there's scenes in the Strategy Guide that really stick with you. Oh, come on. Stay. I'm pretty sure it's okay. I'm just gonna... Yeah, he's centered. Rest him on his head because he has a flat head, so I can stand him upside down and let him dry.
Can your detective boss do that? Breakdance, I mean?
Right. Narumi's pretty dry now. So, I'm going to put a... Oops, can you see what the base is? Sorry. Stand up. My lap is angled, so that's why he's falling down. Okay. I'm going to put a base on. There's a phone that goes through Narumi. I'm going to explain how to put it together, but I can't actually show you because it's so infinitely small. The camera really is blur. Two pieces of this. One's the phone receiver that you glue onto the pole once you make the pole. The pole goes on the base. And this you fold over and glue to the base too, so you can hang the other one that's not glued on that on it, or glue it in place, like the phone's hanged up, with a string. Hopefully that's how it works, because I haven't actually made it yet. So I'll post pics when I'm done, but right now Narumi's going on the base. I want Narumi to stand with Raida. So, sometimes because his bottom's pretty flat already, he can stand, but I am just gonna give him a wider base than that. Not that putting him on the base is so important to show you. Oop. Oh, interesting.
You can surfboard or
There you go.
snowboard, whichever you like to.
Oop. I forgot his hat's not attached. Put them together. You can see it before I can, because I can't see what's going on. So yeah, the detective agency, Japan's finest.